Hey guys, Mr. Sherrill here. We're starting a new next unit. It's going to be Word Chapter 2. Just like where we were getting the file for one of the files, but the walkthrough for Chapter 1, you're going to go and open up this one as well. So remember, it's computers, student shared, Snyder distribution, new digital apps folder, and now we're in this one. And remember, if it doesn't open up, like for some of you, maybe you right click and then you hit open with, and then you click on Adobe. Okay, open up with Adobe. It'll probably be open with right here, and then it'll pop open. Mine's just being a little slow. Alright, so let's take a look at what we got for this unit. This is what I like to call the vegetable unit. It is the most important unit I have to teach you. It is not the most exciting unit by any means, but the sooner we can get through this, my goal is that we can get into some much better, cooler things like Photoshop, video, commercials, stuff like that. Okay, so this one's all about creating research papers with reference to sources. Really what that means, guys, is I'm not going to teach you how to write a research paper. I'm going to teach you how it should look. Okay, you get enough writing learning through your English classes and other classes. I'm going to show you how to make it look correct, and we're going to do it the right way. Okay, so while I got that open, I'm going to go ahead and open up Word 2016. My computer's being slow today, guys, so you just got to bear with me and do our best, okay? But remember, when we're going through this book, here's the things that we're going to knock out. This is probably the key to it. Describe MLA documentation. We're not going to describe it, but you need to know what MLA means. Modern language is what the ML stands for, okay? Modify style, change line, paragraph spacing, use a header to number the pages, apply formatting using shortcuts, footnotes, page breaks, bibliography, cut and paste, synonym, all that good stuff. That is what we're going to knock out in this chapter, okay? When it's all said and done, the pages will look like this right here. All right. I still don't have Word open yet. So what I'm doing right now is running Word, open blank document. Hey, there it is. Alright, so the very first thing, page 70 wants to display formatting marks. So remember, it's under the Home tab, paragraph group, formatting marks. And that makes that little music symbol thingy. Alright, don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to modify a style. Okay, press and hold or right click normal in the Styles gallery. It's under the Home tab, Styles group, to display a shortcut menu. Why would we want normal? Well, because we want to start off as having no formatting. So normal means pretty much no. So if we were to take out the normal part of the word normal, it'd be no. No formatting, okay? But right here, that's what they want us to do. Make sure it's clicked on that, okay? Press and hold or right click to normal, okay? So we want to make sure we do that. Press or hold, and it says probably looks like we're going to modify it. Alright, let's go down to the next one. Tap or click Modify on the shortcut menu to display the Modify style box. Okay, this is how it should look. Once we do that, it looks like we're going to change it to be Times New Roman size 12, and then we're going to hit the OK button. And they want us to check mark right here. Ensure the only in this document option button is selected. So you'll see what I mean. So under the Home group, or Home tab, Styles group, go to Normal, right click it, go to Modify. We want to be Times New Roman here, and we want this to be size 12, only in this document. Cool. And we're going to hit OK. Bam. Step 3 done. Click the OK button. Now we're going to change the line spacing. So line spacing is, if you look between these two sentences right here. See how there's that much spacing between that? That means there's zero spacing, and that's good. We don't want a bunch of extra spacing. Just makes it look funky. And end up having to redo things. So we want to make sure there's no spacing. So to do that, we go to Home tab, and you go to this little fellow right here. It is called Paragraph and Line Spacing. We want to remove spacing after, and we want to make sure it is on 1. Now what we're going to do is tap and click the 2.0 on align spacing. So why I clicked 1 is to make sure that I wasn't on anything else, that I had something selected. But now we're going to go back to it and we're going to select 2. We want it to be double spacing now. That's the proper MLA version of writing a research paper. To remove space after the paragraph, okay, that is the extra crap. Like after each paragraph, see how there's a little gap right here? That means there's a random spacing that isn't like a line. And what I mean by a line is when I hit enter, see how there's these little things? That lets me know there's a line. More than likely what's going on after that paragraph is extra margin space, and we want to make sure we don't have any. And how I know I have it, it will say remove space after paragraph, remove space before paragraph. When it says add under both of those, it means that there's 0. Alright, so what I mean by that, right now I have a little bit of spacing before my paragraph, and I know that. Well, see right there, it says remove space. So you want to go up there and just make sure they both say add, and if they don't, you click on the one that doesn't say add. Okay? So all that changes we did. We made it Times New Roman, size 12, double spacing, no spacing after paragraph. What they want us to do is update what we just did to that normal style, meaning match what I did to what normal has already and update it. So to do that, you press or hold right click modify or normal, and then tap or click the update normal section. Alright, so like we did at the very beginning, home tab, styles group, right click normal, and you see where it says update normal to match selection. That means it's going to update it to match my Times New Roman, size 12, no spacing, double spacing sentence. Okay, so we're going to update. Now we're going to work on putting the header. Now the header again guys, is it's the very, very top of the page. We've been used to like putting our name, like my name, your name, the teacher's name, date, subject, whatever. There is a correct way of doing research papers, and that is in the header at the top right is where you'd put a header. Okay, so to switch to header, tap or click insert on the ribbon to display the insert tab. Tap or click the add a header button under the insert tab, header and footer group to display the add header gallery. Tap or click down scroll arrow in the add a header gallery to see available built-in headers. Okay. Tap or click edit header in the add a header gallery to switch from the document text to the header, which allows you to edit. Okay, so we're going to go up to insert, go look for the header footer under header footer area, click on the little arrow, and we're going to go down here to where it says edit header. Okay, we're going to tap or click the home on the ribbon to display the home tab. So we always want the home tab to be up here. Okay, tap or click the align right button. Okay, there's a couple ways of doing this. So home tab, under the paragraph group, the align button right here. This is what it will make it so it goes to the left, to the center, to the right, or justify. We want it to be to the very, very right. So we're going to hit the R button or the align right button. And if you notice though, they put a little shortcut, Control plus R. For all my good typers, you want to get in a habit of using those shortcuts. To get back to the left, it's Control L. To get to the center, it's Control E. To get to the right, it's Control R. So that's what I'm going to do. See how my mouse is way over here? I'm not even going to click the button, but I'm going to hit Control R. Okay? Get back to the left, Control F. For my people that aren't good with the keyboard, all I did was hit this button, hit that button, get back to the left. But we want to be to the right. Alright, we're going to put to enter text, type Bailey and then press the space bar to enter the last name of the header. And then we're going to insert a page number. So after we type in the last name Bailey, tap or click header footer tools design on the ribbon to display the header and footer tools design tab. Tap or click the add page numbers button. Okay. Tap or point to current position on add page numbers menu. Tap or click scroll down to current position. Alright, so I'm on the right, type in the last name Bailey, hit space, then I'm going to go up here to the header footer tools, and then I'm going to go to where it says page number, go down to where it says current position, and we're going to click on plain number. And that is why we do that instead of just typing 1, and I'm going to show you. So I have typed the number 1, and I'm going to get out of this real quick. I'm going to add a new page. Well, I'm on the second page. What does it say up there? It says page 1. Add another page. I'm on my third page. It says page 1. That ain't good. That ain't good. Alright. So I'm going to undo what I did. Control Z. Why we have to do that? Again, I just showed you. If whatever I type, it's going to continue to do. Page number means it's going to number it based on the page it is. So page 1, page 2, page 3. That lets me know right there. So for my lazy people that want to type in 1, you can, but you're going to be wrong. Nobody likes to be wrong. Okay? So if I go to that page 999.999, there's a 0.9 page, but they would say that. They'd say it to the top. Okay? Alright, we're good there. Close the header. Now to close the header, so say I'm in here, there's a couple ways of doing it. You can click out on your page. The easiest way, guys, just hit close header and footer button right here. Just hit that button. Just make it easy. Now we're going to write in, okay, so the top is the header. The next part that comes is the heading, okay? So here's the header. The heading area goes right there. And that's where we're going to type in this. That would be, this is, you got to remember this, not just for my class, any MLA. Your name as the writer, the teacher's name, the class or subject, and then the date, okay? So we're going to write Teddy Bailey, Miss Pedro. Teddy Bailey, Miss Pedro, English 101. And for the sake of this, let's just put today's date, September, and then boom. Hit enter. So I should look like that. Obviously, we put today's date, guys, okay? Alright. Now we're going to put in the title. So after I type in my date, we're going to put in the title of this paper, which is going to be Access Granted. So I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to get to the center, hit the center button, type the word Access Granted. And Miss Cheryl learn how to spell. Alright. Before I move on, I'm going to save. Always save often. Hit F12. It should bring up a nice little screen for me. Come on, baby. Alright, so again, back to how we save things. WD Chapter 2. And what are we doing? We're doing the walkthrough. Okay? If you want to, type it all the way out, Word Chapter 2 walkthrough. Alright, again, I don't like doing all that. This is WD Chapter 2 walkthrough. Okay? And make sure it's saved to your student number, and you're good. Alright, so I'll make sure you're clicked right at the end of the title. Let's move on here. These are some shortcuts I'm going to go over with you guys later. Okay? And just save the document. Alright, so now the next big thing is we're going to display the ruler. If necessary, scroll the document so that your research paper title is at the top of the page. That already is. Tap or click View on the ribbon to display the View tab. If the rulers are not displayed, tap or click the View Ruler checkbox. So you'll see what I'm talking about. On mine, my ruler is displayed, okay? But yours is probably going to look like this. No ruler. What they want us to do, if we look like this, is click on View, click on Ruler. Okay? We need this ruler right here to appear. Why is that important? Because we're going to be putting some first line indents. Alright, so the first line indents. If you're using a mouse, which you are, with the insertion point, which is where it's blinking and where I have my mouse, we're going to point to the ruler and we're going to move it to the 0.5. So the top marker. And I'll show you what I mean. So we need to go to the next, we need to get out of this right here. We're going to hit enter, get back to the left. What the first line does is that if I hit tab, it moves my paragraph right there. First line indents automatically indents paragraph, so it's a one step, one tiny key that I don't have to hit. So what they want us to do is make sure I'm right here, starting my new paragraph. I'm going to go up to my ruler. I have one, I think they like home plates. You have top home plate, you got an upside down home plate. There's two of them right here. If you move, you click on the square and try moving, it moves the whole thing. If you move on the bottom, it moves the bottom. We want to click on the top triangle and move it to a half an inch, which is 0.5. These are inches, just so you know. So if it's in the half, or if it's in between, in the middle, it's half. So we want to make sure we move this little slider guy to the half point. Alright, we did that. We're good. Now we're going to type the sentence. Biometric devices authenticate a person's or identity by verifying unique personal characteristics. So this is where I'm going to bang this bad boy to the side and bang this one right there. Alright. Biometric devices authenticate a person's identity by verifying unique personal characteristics. And there's a period. So on page, what page was that, people? Page 84 is where I'm at. That's where you guys should be typing that. I'm going to give you guys a second here, okay? Alright, hopefully you got that typed, and we're going to move on, okay? Alright, so after that sentence we just typed, they want us to hit the space bar and begin typing the next thing here. So I'm going to go over here. It says, these devices translate a biometric element, such as a fingerprint into a digital code. And they have you misspell the word that right here, T-A-H-T. And you'll notice that mine autocorrects, but yours should do one of these little numbers and have the underlined squiggly. Alright, hopefully it autocorrects. If by now I think we're sophisticated enough with our computers that it's going to know what words are bad and what not. Go ahead and finish that sentence with a digital code stored in a computer. Okay, so at this point I would pause if you haven't caught up and type that in real quick, okay? Alright, for those that did not pause, or if you have paused and you're moving on here, we're going to use the autocorrect options. You don't have to worry about that. What should happen is that it should autocorrect. We're not going to worry about doing that. Then we're going to skip all this. Okay, this would be if you constantly mistype a certain word. You can go in here under the create autocorrect entry, which I'll show you. You know, you go to home, home info. You go down here to options, and we go to proofing, autocorrect options, and these are all different types of, like, so if I constantly type in, I type my last name and I put, you know, that many R's in, I can replace it with the correct spelling. Or, you know, if I type LOL, it means laughing, or whatever I want to type there. Okay, it will find that word, whatever I type here, and replace it with the correct word here. Alright, so if I wanted to make that the incorrect word, they would replace it with that. Alright, in this case they want you to spell, they want you to put the word, and if you look, it's already in there. Okay, I often misspell the word, I misspelled this word a lot. So I can't even spell it correctly when I'm trying to spell it correctly. I misspell that word a lot. Announcement. Okay, so I would go through there and I would add that, but I'm not going to because I already did it. Okay, that's what page 86 is all about. 87 is all about. Okay, we got some more text that we got to type. Alright, so right here, I'm going to fly through here real quick. If the digital code in the computer matches a personal characteristic code, the computer grants access. Examples of biometric. Uh-oh, I got some boo-boos. That's okay, that's what this is for. Devices include fingerprint readers, and face recognition. Alright. And that we're going to keep that. Characteristics I misspelled. This should be of. So I'm going to have to take that out of there. Okay. We got a new paragraph here. See how when I hit enter, it's tabbed in there for me, okay? It says a fingerprint reader or scanner captures curves and identity of a fingerprint. Boy, I am misspelling big time today, guys. You know what? No judging. You can't judge right now. Alright, so at this point, what I would do is make sure you have the correct words, which I'm going to do. Alright, get misspelling fingerprint. So if I was you, I'd pause at this point, make sure you get caught up on the words that should be right here. And then for those or not, I'm going to move on here. So I'm going to give a second for those that need to pause. Alright, for those that kept going on, or those that have caught up, we're going to move on. At this point, we need to save. So I'm going to hit F12. Make sure it's that. I'm going to hit save again. And yes, I want to replace it. I know what I'm saving. Okay, so we should be blinking at the end of this paragraph. We're going to add in what's called a citation. Okay? And I'm going to move my mug out of the way here. Alright, so tap or click references on the ribbon to display the references tab. There it is. Tap or click the bibliography style arrows under the reference tab, citations and bibliography group to display the bibliography style gallery, which lists predefined documentation styles. Hopefully y'all remember what type of style we're using right now. It's MLA. What that was saying. So under references, under this group, under this area, we want to display all the different styles. We are MLA style 7th edition. So I'm going to go down here. Bam. Booyah. So the next thing we got right here is we're going to insert a citation created source. I'm on page 90. So tap or click the insert citation button. So under references, insert citation, we're going to add new source, and you'll see it brings up a dialog like that. We need to make sure it choose, what does it say? Article and a periodical. So if necessary, tap click the type of source arrow. Type of source arrow. Choose article and periodical. The author's name is Rossi Marcel Enrico. Now if you notice, I have a comment here. This is when you put last name first. Okay, you could also type it as Marcel Enrico Rossi. Get used to doing the last name, comma, first name. Now in this case they gave us a middle name, but it just goes last name, comma, first name, and then the rest of their name. If they have, 18 middle names, they would put that there. If you have multiple, you would put dot, comma, semicolon, and then last name, first name of the next person. Okay. In this case, we just have one, so we just leave it as one. What we got for title here? The title is going to be understanding how to use fingerprint readers. Periodical title, that's what it says right here for me. I'm just right over here if you want to know how I'm getting this info. Digital security review. So this would be the name of the article. This would be like if it was under a group. So if I'm reading ESPN the magazine, ESPN would be the periodical title. Mr. Sherrill's awesome flame-throwing arm, that would be the article, the title of the article. So that's how those are the difference, okay? Year in which it was written, 2014, so long ago. the month, August period. Pages. We're going to type in dot page dot. That means that there's not exact page. Okay. Medium means where or how do we get it, or what form is it. We're going to put web. Okay, and I'm just right here. Okay. It should look like that, which we do. Perfect. I'm going to scroll down. Place a check mark in the show all bibliography fields checkbox so that the Word displays all the fields available. If necessary, scroll to the bottom of the box, the list to display the date viewed. Tap or click year accessed and type 2014. So we got to go over back here and click on this box that says show all fields. And we're going to scroll down. Maybe. I got to scoot this over a little bit. And they want us to go to year access. We're going to put 2014, month, October, oops, and date number 3. Okay, we're going to hit OK. Alright, we're going to end some more text here. So at the end of my paragraph, I'm going to hit space and type in, I'm right here, external blah 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 blah. External finger Alright, so at this point I would pause and go ahead and type that in. Alright, for those that have not paused or those that came back to me, we're going to save it real quick. I'm going to hit F12, save. And that is where I'm going to stop this video. The rest of it, I'm going to create a new one. It'll just make it easier and quicker to get through. Okay, so on this video we got up to the point where we inserted a citation and we typed a little bit more of the paragraph, but to touch base on this real quick, we made sure that we put a header in, we insert the page number, did not type, we put the heading in, remember our name, teacher's name, class, date, center of the title, and then we put under the ruler, which is view, click on the ruler, move the slider tab over to 0.5, type in our paragraph. The next we hit enter, automatically tab because I did the first line indent, which is amazing. Type that paragraph in. Then when we got to this point, we put a citation in, which was references, insert citation, add new source, and then we filled out that box and it gave me this little guy right here. Alright, and then I finished up. So for those that are with me, we're roughly about 30 minutes into this. You continue on, I'll have a new video for those that need to move on with me. Everybody else, hold tight.